is nothing wrong with needing medication. Now, before I start this video, I just want to make it clear I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. If you're having a problem, go to a doctor. But I'd like to share my perspective and my experience with needing anxiety medication. So, aside from having ADHD, I also have an anxiety disorder. And as I got older, life became more complicated and my anxiety got worse. This included work anxiety, social anxiety, health anxiety, driving anxiety, you name it. Eventually, it became really hard to enjoy or even just tolerate normal aspects of life. So, in my early 20s, I got started on a medication that did work wonders for my anxiety. But after about a year, I stopped because I thought I was better, especially because I finally experienced what it felt like to not be anxious all the time. I believed that I could just talk myself out of any sort of future anxiety without needing medication. And I honestly felt like, okay, I know better now, so I shouldn't need this anymore. And I think that deep down, because of societal conditioning and the belief that I needed to be strong, I sort of still believed that anxiety was a choice. Of course, that didn't work for me. And I would go through long periods once again where something would trigger me, and my anxiety would basically come back just as bad or even worse than before. I would have these really intrusive, terrifying thoughts. I constantly felt like I was in fight or flight mode, had irrational fears, and anytime I did anything, it felt like something really bad was going to happen. And no amount of reasoning with myself would really make that better. Eventually, I realized that that is very unhealthy. So I worked with a professional to get back on medication and a dosage that worked for me, and I never looked back. I still experience anxiety, of course, and my anxiety levels are sometimes still a lot higher than the average person, and that's always going to be a thing. But the difference is now it's a lot easier for me to manage, it's a lot easier for me to function, and I have accepted that, yeah, of course, there's a lot of tools and professional help for anxiety that does not involve medication and is effective for some people. But for me personally, I will probably never be able to manage it that way and will probably always need to be medicated for it. And that's okay. And I think also life is just hard enough. So if I have access to resources that have been proven to help me, and if I know what I'm like without those resources, it's just not really productive for me to try to force myself to do without if I don't have to.